So I'm here with Katia Moura of Saphir Medaille, of course, one of our platinum sponsors for the London Super Trunk Show, of the World Championship of shoe making, shoe shining, and patina. And of course, to anyone that cares about quality footwear, no stranger, Saphir Medaille, of course, making the best shoe polish in the world. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, thank you.
So one of the questions I wanted to ask is where the name Medaille d'Or 1925 came from, because of course Saphir is a brand that has been around for a long time,
Yes,
and there is an incredible amount of heritage behind it. But I don't think I've ever heard this story that has, that led to the creation of what it is we now know as the best shoe polish in the world.
Yes. So actually, on the tin, it's written Médaille d'Or 1925, which is interesting because everyone is thinking that the brand started in 1925, which actually is not the case. 1925 is we call it in Paris, it was the Industrial Revolution, and we got the Médaille d'Or during the Exposition Universelle.
Yeah, so like the World's Fair,
Exactly.
right? You received a gold medal. But what was that category in which you were given that gold medal? Was it shoe polish, shoe care?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So we had people that innovate, get something special, and we were well known to be one of the most innovating cream at the time, with the best care, with the best nourishment, and we received that gold medal during that time, and we put it and feature it because we kept that formulation for now we can say 100 years.
Yeah. And so that's, my next question then is that, the shoe polish that we enjoy today, the Saphir Medaille d'Or, is there in fact a connection back to 100 years ago to this World's Fair and that gold medal?
Yes, we obviously innovate in a sneaker cream or in a lot of elements in Saphir, but we also keep our heritage.
Yeah.
And our cream, the square jar, is our heritage.
Okay.
And we want to keep it, as well as the tin polish. And this is something that we are not willing to change.
Yeah.
And we keep this raw material and that we preserve and want to.
Yeah, I think, one of the things that you see in shoe care is that, the quality of shoe care in many ways has suffered from technological innovation, right?
That's
Either
right.
in trying to make something that's less expensive or just trying to do something, with newer processes, you actually, what we see today, have ended up with an inferior product. And whenever I think of Saphir Medaille d'Or, what I think about is a traditional formulation that in fact has stood the test of time, has been respected and hasn't changed. And that speaks to the quality of the ingredients, which maybe 100 years, were far more commonplace. But today, when looking at other shoe care brands, you really don't see anyone using high quality and, more importantly, natural ingredients.
Yeah, exactly. In the 70s, 80s, we had new technology, innovation as well, but sometimes it doesn't mean that it's good.
Better. Yeah.
And during that innovation, they use silicone in shoe polish to replace actually the wax and give that shiny effect. But actually, it's drying the leather, it's then cracking the leather, so it's really bad for the shoe.
And even the solvent. One of the things that people immediately think about when they think of Medaille d'Or is that smell of pine. Right, and so Saphir is using a natural pine-based solvent versus an oil-based one, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we are looking at always getting the more waxes, and we get more than 20 different waxes and oils, and that's really important for us.
Yeah, and so you were saying that 1925 was the year that Saphir won the gold medal in Paris at this World's Fair.
Yeah.
But tell me, how far back or what is the heritage of Saphir? Because I know it's still a family-run company. You're, I guess the fifth generation now within, and you're fourth, okay?
Yeah.
And your sister recently joined the company.
Yes, that's correct.
And, whenever I first went to France, I stayed, with your father, in your house. I still remember you were about this big.
That's correct.
And so it's very much a family business, but where does that heritage begin?
Oh, that's true. It's an interesting story because so 1925 was when we got the medal, but actually we started the company in 1920, so really a long time ago in Faberge in France. So it never moved, the fabrication never moved from France.
Okay.
So that's
again part of that
the heritage that we are keeping. And in terms of production and everything, that's transmitting for generation, and that's why we preserved it and kept it in the company and never produced elsewhere, even in other factories around Europe, or never, just in our own. So we control everything.
Yeah. Well, and control you do, because I mean, making some absolutely fantastic polish.
Exactly.
And you know, one of the other things that I really appreciate about Saphir, and you see this with a company that has the scale but also the history, is a firm that isn't just a one-trick pony. It's not a one-product line of shoe polish. I mean, even Medaille d'Or, which is that highest articulation, I mean, I think there's something like 20 colors now to your cream polish. You've got, you know, the Pat Deluxe wax polish, you've got the Mirror Gloss, you've got the Super Invulner. You have, you know, highly specific products that have been developed, you know, really over decades, that, you know, allow those who are investing in quality to take the best possible care of their shoes.
No, we are really happy with how the brand evolved. We might have new colors coming in cream 1925, a new green, so little things like that that makes the brand also with stronger and obviously with more choice and for everyone, which is obviously important to get the right color for your shoe. Colorless is good, but it doesn't give that additional color which you want when you renovate your shoe. So color is key to Saphir, and we have a lot of colors and even some bright red.
Yeah, I know. This is new, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Something for everyone. But there is also a difference in the quality of pigment used in Saphir Medaille d'Or. Can you talk about that?
Yes, so you have different sorts of pigments. You can have paste and you have a powder. And the paste, we found it easier to use it, to mix it. So this is and pigment is one of the most expensive elements out of it, and it's why for us it's important to put a lot, so like that you can use a little bit of cream, and you have enough pigment, enough waxes, because we put a lot of wax, a lot of pigment. And you can do the test on a piece of paper and you would see,
which I still remember from way back when I went to go visit the factory. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I know that, you know, the patina artists particularly enjoy, and we see this actually in the World Championship of Shoe Shining, is that because of the quality of pigment that Saphir is using, there's in fact a transparency. And that's in fact a feature and a big advantage, because it allows you to build more nuance into the character of your shoe, versus a lot of cheaper and more inferior polishes have more of a, kind of a solid pigment that's more like, you know, painting your shoes with oil paint. And if you have a beautiful leather and a beautiful patina on that shoe, you want to be able to see that shine through and that character not be, you know, painted over. So,
Of course.
Well, thank you so much, Katia. Of course, I always learn so much, and we've got the World Championship of Shoe Shining here soon. And of course, they're exclusively using Saphir Medaille d'Or shoe polish. And I think even if we gave them a choice, you know, they'd still probably all exclusively choose Saphir Medaille d'Or, because it is in fact the best. So Katia, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.